Well, it's close to home. It's closer than some cities, and it's only 40 minutes away, and it's London, which is in chaos, thrown into chaos last night. So we're going to go back to London. Anahid, good morning, good afternoon to you, Anahid. How are you?
Hi, Colm. How are you?
Tell us your position in London. You work for Retail Trust in London?
Yeah, I work for the only charity that looks after the needs of all 3 million people working in retail in the UK. They also look after everybody who works in the Republic of Ireland. But we're just trying to pick up the pieces here of, for retail staff who now, don't know if they have a job, if their buildings are going to be rebuilt. And we have a helpline that people have been calling who need help and support.
You live near Croydon?
I do. I live very near Croydon, and last night was, something else. I had friends ringing me saying people were burning out cars outside our house, and, my local shops are being burnt down, and it's a frightening thing. We've had just so much happening. Did
you witness it last night? Did you go out into the street? I mean, the one thing that when I'm looking at it on television, is that, especially when it kicked off from about 4:30, 5:30, is the amount of, I can only say, sightseers.
That's it, yeah, so many people. I wasn't out and about. I thought I knew a little bit better. I made my way home from work and could see just guys on their bikes, on their phones to each other, saying where they were going and what they were going to be doing. So I just didn't want to get caught up in it. But I know people who were out and about, and, even from my place, you could just smell the smoke and everything, and, you see flames, and it's just surreal. It was kind of like a film, really. Yeah. But, people, who have been in touch with us, retail staff with knives and throats from people, wanting to get into supermarkets, steal things. And, people that I know have had to barricade themselves inside the shops that they work, and, family businesses and everything. It's just a mess. Has anybody
at any stage tried to put a price on this in the last couple of days, especially in the retail industry?
Yeah, it's something that, the trade magazines and stuff we're looking at now. I think our concern, as a charity, is to help, the people on the ground who earn minimum wage, essentially, to how they're going to cope, because so many are in debt already as it is. And, we're just trying to deal with the emotional aftermath for people, and leave the figures to, the leaders, I guess.
The physical aftermath is huge as well, and the actual scale of just the streets and bits, cars burnt out. I mean, it can't be left like that. Obviously, residents want to clean this up. Are residents out on the streets now trying to clean this up?
People are out everywhere on the streets, and lots of people on Twitter as well are from places they live, are trying to get people together. You've got supermarkets that are still around, giving out free food and things to people and to coffee, and people are can't get to work, so they're going out into the local communities and just trying to rebuild it, because London's a strong place and people want their homes back.
Is this going to kick off again tonight?
You just wouldn't know. I mean, I don't think anybody was prepared for this, and I certainly wasn't prepared for it to come, down south of the river to me, which may have been naive, I don't know, but it's just scary how, these things can spread. So I don't know. We've been in touch with a couple of journalists, and, they normally are quite good at keeping on where things are happening. There doesn't seem to be a huge amount of activity, but there wasn't this time yesterday either. It was generally later on in the afternoon, and then they just kind of pounced.
Well, I'm just looking at breaking news now, which is on Sky News, and this is to do with the Croydon area. I don't know if you've heard this, that a 26-year-old man was shot in a car in Croydon last night, and he has now died in hospital.
I just heard about that on Channel 4 News as well, and I mean, I think this goes above and beyond, what happened, one guy, people forget there's lots of gangs in London, and it's almost any excuse situation.
So this could have been a gang shooting that was to take place underneath everything that was going on, and we're not too sure exactly what it is. But
yeah, not sure.
Listen, Anahid, thanks very much for taking the call, and take care of yourself over there, and hopefully the goodwill of communities and authority figures will get a handle on this, and it'll be peaceful and quiet tonight. We can only hope and pray.
And can I just say, Colm, that anybody who have family in London or in England who work in retail and they're concerned, please tell them, Retail Trust Helpline 0808 801 0808 is there if anybody's concerned about anything.
We'll put that up on our website as well, because there's such a huge connection between over here in Ireland and in London as well. Okay, listen, thank you, Anahid.
Absolutely.
Take care
Thank
of
you,
yourself.
Colin. All
Bye.
right.